evening, everyone. Welcome back. Thanks for joining me tonight. This is a reading for March the 20th, 2021. This is a general reading for everybody. And let's get started. I've got all my decks ready for tonight, but I'm definitely starting with this tarot deck tonight. I'll just move these out of the way. There we go. Okay, so what messages do we have coming through tonight? It's been an interesting couple of days. Definitely feeling a lot of energies throughout the day. Lots of feelings of change and impending change. Lots of feelings of stuff bubbling up to the surface, but we don't know what's bubbling up yet. That's how I've been feeling lately. Today was no exception. So let's see what kind of energy is coming through for us for March the 20th, 2021. Collective reading for everyone. Oh, wow, we got a whole bunch here. Okay, we've got temperance. We've got the hanged man. We've got the 2 of cups. These are all upright. No reversals here. Interesting. 5 of cups, 8 of cups, 3 of cups. Okay. Now let's see what's on the bottom here. Ooh, the Hierophant. Okay, interesting. Okay, so let's start right at the top here. Right away, we've got the card of Temperance and the Hanged Man at the top, which to me is an interesting combination. When you think about what's happening, when you look at even the temperance card, excuse me. Oh, where's the camera? There it is. The temperance card shows water flowing. So the fact that this reading is all cups and we have the temperance card is very interesting. The temperance card is all about you got to keep the flow of feelings moving. Perpetual motion is the key here. Having a balanced heart through harmonious movement and flow of feeling. That is what temperance is sort of the embodiment of. It's kindness, mercifulness. It's sort of, it's on the same process, but the opposite end of justice. You know, with justice, you're really thinking about using logic, not feeling, to make relationship decisions. With temperance, you're really flowing with the emotions. So that's no big surprise that we're feeling an emotional flow because of what we've been talking about with the moon into Gemini, which is calling out for a lot of emotions. And temperance is asking you to remain flowy. Don't get caught up in stagnation feelings where you know, if you stop that flow that's happening between those 2 cups there, then you're going to feel bored. You're going to start to feel dissatisfied. You're not going to feel good. You're going to feel stagnating. You know, you need that flow. You need harmony. You need the emotions to keep moving, you know. And then when you get that right next to the Hanged Man, it's a nice combination because the Hanged Man is really about trusting that what's going on, even if you don't know what's going on, if there's unseen action happening on an unconscious sort of level around you, where the universe is sort of driving, you sort of have to just trust your intuition to guide you. The Hanged Man is really, you know, you're using your crown chakra here. You're really tapping into the belief that something greater is coming, even if it may involve sacrifice. You're trusting that sacrifice is for your greater good. And I mean, it's a time of anxiety and it's a time of fear sometimes, right? Like when there's sudden changes that come, which we're going to talk about because of all of these cups here, you know, there's a temptation to sort of feel scared and be anxious about it because it's difficult to understand sometimes change that may involve loss, perceived loss anyway, things that we're attached to. Whenever I get the Hanged Man in my own personal readings, I always ask myself, am I being really attached to outcome? Am I really attached to how things have to be? Or do I have an element of temperance in my evaluation? Am I letting things be flowy? You know what I mean? Am I being flowy, or am I being really, really attached to outcome? And the Hangman isn't really attached to outcome, as you can see. He's just chilling out here. He's completely trusting in the fact that whatever's happening is for the greater good. And so that's a nice message to take forward for yourself. Now, what's happening around this, right? What's going on around these two archetypes of temperance and the Hanged Man? Well, we have the Two of Cups, okay? The Two of Cups. The Two of Cups really is the beginning of something. It's the beginning of something in terms of something is starting to come together. Oh, sorry, I keep forgetting the camera's on this side. Something is starting to come together. There could be a new relationship. There could be, you may have met someone that you could have a business partnership with. There may be an interesting collaboration. It certainly could be a romantic relationship, but it doesn't necessarily need to be, but it could certainly be. It could also be something returning. It could be some sort of reconciliation. It could be someone coming back with an offer, and that could definitely be part of it. It could be a business opportunity as well. If you're thinking of starting a new project, this could be the beginning of that new project taking shape. Something with someone or another. It's some sort of collaboration. I'm getting this sort of collaborative situation. So it sounds like you're starting. There are new things on your mind that are past mental. It's not about mental here. This is about relationships. It's about the relationship forming between a collaboration or another individual. Some sort of relationship is developing. And when you get to the 8, it's interesting. Because at the 8 level of cups, you're already at a place where things have gotten to sacrifice, and you have to let go of a truth has come out, and you have to go into the unknown, which is sort of the energy that we got from the Hanged Man, in that you've got to really trust that what you're going towards in the 8, that you're letting go of something and you're moving forward. You're letting go and you're moving forward, and you're just trusting that whatever sacrifice is coming up, or whatever sacrifice you've actually made already, is for your greater good, And then when you get to the next one we had here was the 3 of Cups, which is also an interesting one to pull next to the 8 and next to all of these other cards, because when we get to the 3, we're really talking about sort of a celebration of something, which makes me think that you're going to start something, you're going to leave something, maybe you're going to have to leave it to start it. You know what I mean? Maybe you're going to start something and realize it's not right for you, and you're going to quickly leave it. And then question, why is this happening? What's with all these cycles of change here? Or potentially, it could be a situation of lots of options. You may have lots of options on the table here, and you're having to make some choices, and you're feeling your way through it. So potentially you meet someone or become, aware of an opportunity through someone that leads to the beginning of something, and you realize in order to pursue that, you're going to have to let something go that maybe is already lucrative, or is already okay. You have to let go of something, or maybe you have to let go of something that was like, we have a lot of Tower energy. You've got to let go of something here, right? And it's interesting because when we get to the 5, there's a lot of remorse here. So you're really cycling through the emotions. And it's beautiful because we're talking about cups, And the Three of Cups, I didn't leave that out by accident. I'm mentioning it now because I think it's sort of like a stairwell, right? Like you've got a new project on the go that just is in the beginning baby steps, but you've made contact, you've realized there's a collaborative energy with someone or something that is positive. So, and then we see you've got the Eight of Cups here, and I feel really connected with the Eight and the Hanged Man together here, because you really are in a mode where you're like, you know, if that's got to go, it's got to go. And I accept that it's got to go, and it's all for my greater good because it's got to go, you know. And then when you get to the Three, it's interesting because there is a celebratory aspect here, right? So it seems like once you go into whatever it is that you're starting, and you've let something go, you are going to have times of celebration here. There is going to be a time of celebration. It is initially it's an initial celebration, and it's also a connection with more people. So there's more close collaborations that are coming here. Now, the interesting thing is that there's also here the Five of Cups energy comes in, which there is a sense of regret, betrayal, sadness, remorse that comes in with this Five of Cups energy. And we also had the Hierophant on the bottom here. And, you know, and here's the Ten of Swords just sitting there waiting for us to incorporate that. So there is a sense of loss here, guys. There is something that is going to be, it's going to seem like a betrayal. It's going to seem really sad, and you're going to feel, it's going to feel really, you know, it's going to feel intense here. The Five of Cups is, it's not the happiest card, right? But it is the card that leads you to evolve. Like, it might not be the happiest place to be in, but it is the path to evolution. And, you know, you've got that Hierophant here that is the healer, is the teacher. The Hierophant has the keys, the knowledge. So this process, although very emotional, is going to be worth it. And you know, the Ten of Swords comes in here almost to say, there is, I like to look at the Ten of Swords. This is a very unsettling card for a lot of people to receive. But when you get the Ten of Swords, it is sort of the universal energy of get up. Get up. That's what I always see when I look at the Ten of Swords. Yeah, okay, you got to the Ten of Swords, so you're down on the ground. You know, in the more classic picture, it is fairly unsettling to see the Ten of Swords appear. However, the beautiful thing about the Ten of Swords is the realization that comes of that end, and that you've just got to get up, and you've got to keep going. There is a distant sunlight in the classic Ten of Swords imagery on the card. And so, I mean, you know, the Five of Cups, like, look at that tower in the background. Can you see it right here? It's probably on its way down, and it's really sad. And you may have been betrayed throughout all of this. You know, it's a time of emotional upheaval. We're going to clarify some of these with oracle cards, but I mean, I think the Ten of Swords is telling you that you've got to just get up. You've got to channel that Hierophant, you know, healer energy that holds the keys. Don't get caught up in the pain of the lesson. You know, if it was painful, which it looks like it is, emotionally painful, and but you've got to get up. You've got to get up, and you've got to keep going, because this energy is ultimately the one that's going to be your future. This is ultimately your outcome here. So, teacher, healer, guide, you know, knowledge, lots of keys, knowledge of universal key, information. So I mean, you got to get up, you got to keep going, you got to get to the end of this, right? Like if you draw the timeline, I always put it in the thumbnail, and you look at this, it's actually quite a tale of the journey, right? You know, it starts with temperance. You got to have that. You go in, you meet the relationship collaboration. There is a sense of you have to release the past. You've got to let go. You've got to trust in the universe. You've got to trust everything's happening for your higher good. That moves you forward to the 3, from the 2 to the 3, and you meet more people. And through the process of meeting more people, I guess there's risk there, because you do end up feeling betrayed somehow. Maybe you betrayed yourself. Maybe someone betrayed you. The 10 of Swords certainly indicates that someone betrays you. But you rise through it with the Hierophant, and there you are, the guider, the leader. Perhaps you're going to lead other people down this journey. And it's actually quite a beautiful tale of a healer and a guide, because, you know, I saw a beautiful quote that said, "No mud, no lotus." And it's so true. No mud, no lotus. And let's get some clarification on some messages. I have another tarot deck ready to go in case we have more intense questions, but I really feel that this timeline that has been that we've been guided to here really makes sense. You know, again, the thumbnail will have the photo of the final spread, so that you can see the evolution of it through my guided process, which is a little different. But okay, let's get some messages, please, from these inspiration offerings, wild offering inspiration oracle. I want to have some guidance, please, on what we can do in these moments here. You know, oh, sorry, that one goes there. What can we do in these struggly moments here, where we have to let go and trust, and where we may feel betrayed and we have to get up one at a time? Let's have letting go and needing to trust. Letting go and needing to trust. Letting go and needing to trust. Oops, there we go. Body. This is letting go and fearing trust. Let me read it to you here. Body, show me, divine, how to love and fully care for this body. Please give me the radiant miracle of accepting my body as it is. So by letting go and trusting in the universe, we need to ground. That's what's really going to help us, which is interesting because we've got the Hangman. So we need to get out of our heads a bit. Once this sort of initial letting go period begins, you need to ground. You need to get in touch with your body. You need to incorporate some grounding rituals so that you stay connected to the earth while you're trying to feel your way through this timeline. Okay, let's get some guidance on how to process this betrayal. The betrayal, the mud before the lotus, right? How are we going to manage that? Can we get some guidance on what we can do to manage the sense of betrayal we may feel down this journey of emotional events, or feeling our way through situations to do with others? Could be a relationship, could be a new business, could be a collaboration, could be a friend, could be an old lover returning, could be a new lover coming in. Can we please get some guidance on how to come through? Ooh, no guidance for us? Is the Hierophant the ultimate guidance here? Is that what's happening? Ooh. Ooh, there we go. Thank you. Thank you so much. Relationship. It's very fine print. Let me read it for you. It says, I call in the infinite power of love to take over this union in every way. May it now fully belong to the divine. Let it unfold in the perfect way for each of us. I needn't fear letting go of control. My needs are abundantly met, are always abundantly met. Okay? So what that says to me is that this sense of betrayal you have endured needs love. That's how you're going to heal from, that's how you heal from Tower. That's how you heal from Ten of Swords. That's how you heal from Five of Cups, is love. You needn't fear letting go of control. You can let go and move on. You can get up from the Ten of Swords. You can move past the betrayal that you experienced in the Five of Cups. You can move past the feelings of regret with love. You can transmute the feelings of regret into acceptance and love by acknowledging that your needs are always abundantly met when you release fear and you call in the power of love. Yes, that will be your way out, is grounding and love. What was yesterday's reading all about? Self-love, the selfhood journey. The card that was at the base of the issue, the base of the matter, yesterday's reading for the moon was all about love. So love will set you free and get grounded. You are going through an emotional roller coaster through this timeline, and you need to be grounded to be able to process that and sustain it. Sustainability is coming through for me because we're being asked to ground, which suggests we need to be in a state of, continue energy flow. We've got the temperance always telling us to keep the energy flowing. And so we need to keep it also flowing through the body so that we can sustain whatever it is we're enduring. And change takes energy. Think of it as putting gas in the car. If there's no gas, you're going to have to stop driving. I would like to add to this beautiful reading, I would like to add some wisdom from these chakra oracle, just to see any further advice on how to achieve this grounding we need. What is going to be the major, the grounding is going to help eliminate the fear and anxiety. The grounding is going to help us trust. The love is going to help open our hearts. We've got balance coming through. And on the bottom, we've got, interesting, workaholic. Yeah, it's running towards something that may chase it away, right? There is an idea here that you're being deceived by your own desires. So potentially this loss that you have here, this sense of betrayal where you've been betrayed, it may be important to question whether or not you're chasing illusions. Is there some sort of compulsive behavior here? There's the feeling that there may be a misalignment somehow in your sense of, you feel this need to create something in a rush. It's almost like you feel you don't have enough time. It's almost like you feel you're running out of time. So there's this sense, and it's interesting because we got workaholic also, which also sort of senses that it's not anxiety as much as it's like, yeah, I guess it is a form of anxiety. It feels like passion, but also passion that's sort of manic, like sort of a manic passion that's thinking there isn't enough time. There's not enough time to do all of the things that I want to do. And so I've got to just stay up all night and not take care of myself. No, you have to take care of yourself. Your body will shut down if you don't take care of yourself. Am I working too much and suffering from burnout? Burnout is not going to help the passion and the expression of your emotion come through, right? If you're tired, if your tank's on empty, you're going to have to stop, right? Your body will need you to stop. So the connection here is quite beautiful, because it's asking you to balance how you proceed when you're tired, when you're feeling the effects of all of this emotional change and emotional upheaval potentially, and the ups and the downs. You're going to need to ground and you rest. And that is a form of self-love. When you take time to rest during upheaval, that's emotional. Don't let people tell you that means, what's up? Why are you, don't avoid things. It's not, you might need some hermit energy here to help you process some of this stuff. It's about processing, right? You have to look at all of these things that are coming through as emotional change and process, process the change in solitude. We do have the 3 of Cups here, which suggests that you find a soul tribe to process with. But you know what? I don't think it's an accident that you've got the 5 following the 3, because you may have met some initial success here in this collaboration with 3. It went from 2 to 3, but it might be the people that you encounter in the 3 that betray you, or that leads you to a place where you feel betrayed. Maybe they don't betray you, but maybe the opportunity betrays you that you were, collaborating with them on. There is definitely truth, though. The 5 is all about the truth. You're going to see the truth in the situation, and it may be devastating, right? Like, the truth of the situation will reveal itself, and you're going to have to love it. You're going to have to find love in it somehow. You're going to have to love what it gives you as a result. Maybe you can't love the situation itself yet. Maybe the situation was so hurtful that you can't be grateful for it yet. But I mean, seeing the Hierophant come through as the outcome really suggests that you're going to be better off for it. The truth of whatever this process is going to shine some illumination on your purpose and your gifts and your abilities and your true path. And so that, I hope, will give you some sort of solace in that you didn't go through this in vain. This wasn't all for nothing. Whatever emotional roller coaster is going on here wasn't for nothing. It was with purpose. There was purpose here. There was divine planning here. There are unseen, universal, maybe karmic even, maybe even karmic, stuff getting worked out. So you've really got to go with the flow. Go with the flow and trust that this is all divinely intended. And even if there's sacrifice and loss, it's not for naught. You are on the journey. And, this isn't a bad place to end up. So the last card I want to pull for you guys tonight, I'm not going to pull any more tarot. So I'll move that over here. This is such a beautiful deck, you guys, by Autumn Sky. She is an artist that I discovered, and my goodness, is her art beautiful. The deck is a bit too big for me to shuffle traditionally the way I like to shuffle, so I'm going to have to shuffle it like this. Okay. Last final words of encouragement. This is a beautiful oracle with beautiful messages. Oh, thank you. Ooh, flew right out of there. Sorry, one sec. Hope that didn't shake the camera. Oh, liberation. Yeah, look at this. Look at that. Look at that beautiful art. That is just gorgeous. I'll read you the card in a minute. I just want you to see it. So pretty. Okay, it says liberation. You are free. Let go of limitations. Emancipate your soul. Clear your mind of burden. You are held in grace. Wow. Thank you, Autumn Sky, for these beautiful cards. Wow, you guys. That is a beautiful final message for this reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it resonated. Take what you can from it and leave the rest behind. If it doesn't resonate, it might not be the reading for you, but I hope that if it did resonate, that there was some light shed on your ability to manage this. And whatever it is that you're coming into, this energy is going to be transformative. And you will feel free at the end of this. This is just beautiful. Okay, I will leave it at that for tonight. Thanks for joining me. Again, this is a reading for March the 20th, 2021. Have a great evening, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in.